All right. Okay, chat. You guys get to make a choice. Do you want to hear about my racist mother, or do you want to hear about how to make friends in the furry fandom? Choose, chat. My racist mother, or how to make friends in the furry fandom. Go. I'll do the first one I see. Racist mother or friends in the furry fandom. Racism! Chat, you're terrible. No, the first one I saw was racism. How dare? Wow, you guys are terrible. But I love you. Okay. So the thing you guys need to know about my mother is she is the sweetest lady. Like she raised me and she was a fantastic mother. She is like one of the epitomes and loves of my life, and like I could not be here where I am today without her. She's a wonderful lady, but she's a boomer. Okay? She's a boomer. She is like the boomer by definition. She does not trust the vaccine, okay? She does not trust the government, okay? She's just like, back in my day, kind of like boomer sometimes, okay? But even though I am a 31-year-old adult, if I tell her anything is negative is going on in my life, she's just like, oh, sweetie, are you going to be okay? Let mommy help you, kind of lady, okay? So this is a story about how she was pretty racist, okay? So when I first moved to Vancouver, okay, me and my fiance, we moved to an apartment. We lived there for like 6 months, stuff like that, and it's starting to come Christmas time, okay? And my mom's just like, oh, I haven't seen you in like 6 months. I miss my baby. Oh, I miss my little Jicky. Can I come and see you? Can I stay for 5 weeks? 5 weeks for Christmas? Just for Christmas? 5 weeks? Just for Christmas? And we're just like, we'll make it 3 weeks and you can come for Christmas. And she's like, oh, thank you. Oh, I so love you, son. And we're just like, Jesus Christ, we're gonna have to put up with my mother for 3 weeks. And she's like, well, it's not 5 weeks, but we're like, Jesus Christ. Like, I'm not sure if you guys know, but like, when you move out, when you get away from your parents, get away from your household, stuff like that, you become like your own person, and you get your own rules, you get your own routine, stuff like that. And when your parents come back, right, they try to put their old routine back on you. They try to put their old rules back on you. So like, you don't want your parents living with you anymore because like you have your own life and they try to put your old life back on you, okay? Like my mom, whenever she comes over to my house, she's just like, oh, I'm gonna do the dishes and I'm gonna like throw out the trash and if I don't stop her, she'll go through my room and she'll throw out important things and she'll clean the room and reorganize it, and like that's appreciated. But like I had stuff put out in certain places and I knew where it was, and now I don't know where it is, and now I have to look for it. It's annoying. Like, mums are mums, okay? Chat, mums are mums, okay? So she comes on over to her house, and while me and Senny were at work, she starts cleaning, okay? She starts cleaning, okay? And she gets like 2 big trash bags of what was important stuff at the time, but it's fine. She gets 2 big trash bags of stuff, and she starts heading down to the trash bin. Now, we were in an apartment that was 40 stories tall, and we were on the 24th floor, right? So she grabs the trash bags, goes into the elevator, goes down the stairs, and she finds out that the trash room is locked. We need a key card to get into the trash room, right? They just don't want anybody in the trash room, right? So she's like there, and she's got these massive bags of trash like in her hands, and she just doesn't know what to do. And then all of a sudden, the door opens, okay? And I quote, my mother felt terrified. And when I got home that day, she was still shooken. She was still shooken. And like, I was like, Mom, what's wrong? Like, what, are you okay? Like, she was physically shooken. And I'm like, are you okay? She's like, yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine. Nothing's wrong. I'm fine. And I'm like, no, you're not. What happened? And she's just like, oh, nothing happened. Nothing at all. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. And I'm like, no, Mom. Like, I can tell that something's wrong. What happened? And she's like, well, I was taking the trash down, and some guy, he was in there, and he opened the door. And I'm like, okay. And she's like, yeah, he opened the door, and he looked at me, and he said, oh, I got this, I got this for you, go ahead. And it was so scary. And I'm like, what is scary about that? What is scary about that? The guy opened the door for you. And she's just like, well, he had like this look. And I'm like, what look? And she's like he had this look, and like I was afraid for my life, like this look. And I'm like, what look? And she's like, well, he had a turban on, and like he seems really sketchy. He seemed really sketchy. I'm like, oh my god, my mom, who just lived in like white country Ontario for all her life, has seen a turban for the first time in her life, and she's like immediately terrorist. And I'm like, oh no, mom, no, please. And so the guy, he opened the door for her to let her in, and she like scuttles on in, throws the trash, and she did not leave the garbage room until he left. Until he heckin' left, because she was scared. So we had a nice little talk about how there is East Indian culture here, and how like not everybody in a turban is a terrorist. But you know what? She was legitimately shook, and like we were nice to her. It's like, it's okay, you're a boomer. But yeah, that is my racist mom story. What you think about that, Jack? I'm seeing so many boo-ha-ha-ha. I'm just so perplexed.